Hey booktube, my name is the Book Mage and welcome back to my channel. I realise I haven't really been posting a lot lately. It's currently NaNoWriMo, we're like deep into the month of November now, and so content has kind of fallen away from me. I haven't really been reading very much this month, so I feel like I've been neglecting booktube a bit. So I figured I would do this tag. I mean, nobody tagged me because I have no friends, but it looked fun, so I'm going to do it anyway. This is of course the end of the year book tag, which I believe was created by Ariel Bissett, and I will leave a link down below. I think it's just sort of here to discuss like last minute reading plans, and especially since we're like well into the end of the year now, I feel like it's an appropriate time to do this tag. So I have the questions on my phone and I'm just gonna answer them. So the first one is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? Yes and no. So I'm one of those people where if I start reading a book, if I have the intention of finishing it, I will not put it down to finish later. I don't like to do that. I like to read my books from start to finish without like a break in between. That's just me. So if I do put down a book, it means that I'm probably like gonna permanently DNF it. The only book that I haven't finished reading that I intend to finish reading is the one that I'm currently reading, and that is The Quick by Lauren Owen. I should have finished this back in October. I had a really like ambitious October TBR and I failed like all of it. And yes, so I haven't gotten around to finishing this yet, just because it's NaNoWriMo and I haven't really been reading as much, but I definitely really want to finish this because it's gothic, it's Victorian London, there's vampires, it feels Dickensian, it's like, it's a really good vampire novel and I can't wait to finally review this, but I'm only like this far into it. So yeah, this is the only book that I've started that I have to still finish. Question 2 is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? So I feel like maybe I was supposed to do this tag like last month, because I know we're still technically in autumn, but it feels like winter. Like once you get to like the end of November, I know it's still autumn, but like to me, this whole month is just winter. So I don't really do, I kind of do seasonal reading, but I guess I don't really have any like specifically autumnal books. I read like spooky books for Halloween, so I guess you could maybe say that. Rather than going through them again, I'll just link like my little TBR for October up here. But yeah, I don't really do like autumnal things, and all of November is NaNoWriMo for me, so I guess not. I guess I don't really have an autumnal book. But yeah, I might have some wintry books potentially in the future, but nothing autumnal. I mean, everything's fantasy anyway, so let's just move on. Question 3 is there a new release that you're still waiting for? And I don't think so, no. I think everything I was interested in has come out. I don't think there's anything in December. I could be forgetting, but no, I'm not like, if I can't remember it, then no, I'm not like waiting for it. The only thing I could maybe think of is months ago, like way at the start of the year, I was waiting for Seven Blades in Black. I think it's by Sam Sykes. I was waiting for this to come out, and it's definitely out in the US. And I went to have a look on Amazon and it was like, oh, it comes out in a few months, you can pre-order it. And I thought, no, I'll come back later. So I came back and then I remember it saying it was going to come out in January of next year. And I remember thinking, why is it delayed in the UK until like January of next year? Fast forward to this week, I went on to have a look thinking, oh, I might pre-order it for like 2 months down the line. It does not release in the UK, according to Amazon, until 2021. Not even next year. 2021. I think it's just Amazon, but like, what the hell? Yeah, so unless you count that, I don't really have any other like new releases that I'm looking forward to. There's a lot next year that I'm looking forward to, but nothing for this year. So question 4 is 3 books you want to read before the end of the year. So I haven't fully like decided on my December TBR yet, but obviously I definitely want to finish this. And I feel like also in addition to that, I probably want to get around to reading The Gutter Prayer by Gareth Hanrahan. This was one of my most anticipated releases of this year, and I believe it came out in January. I might be wrong, but I think it was January. And this is obviously a fantasy, and I believe it follows the fate of a city being in the hands of like 3 thieves or 3 rogues, and I'm like, I really love thievy, roguey type characters. It's an archetype that I'm very fond of, and the cover is giving me like major, like almost like D&D vibes, and I'm really excited for this. And I feel like if I didn't read it this year, what with it being like one of my most anticipated releases, that's just really bad of me. So yeah, I kind of really want to get around to this just so that I actually read it within like 12 months of getting it. Other than that, I'm not gonna like try and get it out from my horrendous bookcase. But I also, before the year is out, I think I would really like to read The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch. This is the first book in, I believe it's called the Gentleman Bastard series, and again, it has thieves and rogues, and maybe I'm just feeling like city fantasy for December. Something about it feels more like a appropriate for Christmas time. I don't know why, but this is again one of the books that I was really looking forward to, and it was actually last December when I had such an urge to buy and read this, and it was a while before I could get it. So by the time that I did have it, I was kind of like, I've kind of fallen out of that like specific mood that I was in, and I'm really expecting that come December I'm going to be in such the mood to read this. I've heard fantastic things about this book from so many people whose opinions that I feel like are quite similar to mine in their reading tastes, and who I trust very much like with their opinion on books. So I'm very excited to hopefully get round to reading this before the end of the year, like fingers crossed. I have some really nice editions of this book, so I definitely need to get my shit together and just read it. So question 5 is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favourite book of the year? So yeah. It's kind of a tough one because I have 3 books this year which were all 5-star reads, and I cannot decide which one of them is my favourite of those 3. Like, of my top 5 favourite books of all time, 3 of them are from this year. So it's tough competition at this point, but I definitely feel like either The Good to Prayer or The Lies of Locke could potentially be like my new #1 favourite of the year. But yeah, it's tough competition at this point. And I think this is the last question. Question 6 is, have you already started making reading plans for 2019? Bitch, yes. I have, on Excel, because I'm a planner sometimes. Like, sometimes I just really need to like plan things. I kind of know more or less month by month to the day what book I'm gonna read and when and in what order and like for what season. So I did have my 2020 reading planned all the way through until I want to say like July, August time, and then I was like, that's crazy. So I kind of know what I'm gonna read in January, February, March time, and I'm trying to leave it open after that point. But yeah, I'm trying to make January focus on like things that I associate either with winter or like big series that I really should have read this year. And then I have some fun stuff planned for February. Watch me not do it now, but I have it planned at this point, so yeah. Okay, yeah, so that's it for me. That was my end of the year book tag. I feel like I'm not very well suited to these questions, but I'm doing it anyway. So I guess let me know your thoughts on my answers, or if you've done this tag, totally feel free to like let me know, and then I can go to your channel and compare answers with you. I feel like maybe that's what tags are for. I don't really know what tags are for. I just kind of like doing them. So that's been everything for me. Thank you for watching, and hopefully maybe I will see you guys sometime in the next video, which will probably be another NaNoWriMo vlog. Peace out, BookTube.